safety and stuff.
Okay, there we go. Got it. We're recording now.
But we'll start. I mean, this is just kind of welcome to the season, obviously. And start of season 9. This is kind of our first day, obviously. And then off the bat, based on expectations for everybody, it's just that there's obviously no toxicity, no flaming, obviously, and like even small stuff like whatever. Why'd you swap to this character? Whatever. Saying it in a manner that isn't constructive just gets on people's nerves. It doesn't help anybody, and it just tilts without gaining anything from it. That doesn't mean that we can't hold each other accountable for stuff, but like, use it in a constructive way. So don't say, "Why did you not do this?" Ask for them. Like say, "Let's do this next time." It's a pretty easy way to fix it, I guess. Um, and then what's expected as a teammate? Uh, it's just like try and something I said last season was for everybody to come up with in their mind what success means to them, to the team, and what they want the team to do. It's going to look different for everybody. Some people maybe care more about winning the game, or some people care more about just like having fun. Now, everything kind of goes hand in hand, but all of your decisions should be what can bring the most success to the team. Right? If your goal is to like win Trank or whatever, is a tilted team that's going to be molding each other permanently going to be very successful? No, right? A fun team that enjoys themselves and going to do it is a team that like personally I don't really find like whatever. If you show up on game days, you don't really practice those kind of things. I don't really find those very fun. I don't really find them very enjoyable. So if I'm going for enjoyment, like that's not really helping me at personally at least. So if you see a teammate maybe a little off one day, like maybe tired, don't like get mad at them and oh god, you need to wake up, whatever. It's instead like give them some energy. Maybe if they have like an important communication role, like try to pick it up yourself if you can. Everybody's gonna have off days. Same thing goes for gameplay. Like people are going to miss shots more often one day than the other. People are going to maybe like make some bad plays and go whatever int or stuff like that. It's everybody is trying their best. We all know that. Um, so yeah, that's mainly for that. And then also like keep hype up your teammates. Kind of said that before. Um, like let them know if they made a good play. Let them know whatever. That's my bad for that. Stuff like just be a good teammate. Obviously, you guys are smart enough to know what that means. And then next kind of part is what's expected work ethic wise. I mean, start right off the bat. There's no expectation for me that anybody will like need to make any sacrifices in like real life, anything like that. Like I'll never ask you guys sacrifice anything so small, right? But I also know everybody here, maybe not on like a personal level, but I know everybody here can put in some time outside of scrims and stuff. Like I know some people might have like days where they're just super swamped and they can't. Totally fine. But I know everybody can at least semi consistently put in some effort outside. So what this means is asking for VOD reviews, right? If I have that little VOD review updates chat, if I see that going over like I said, 13, 14 days without anybody reaching out to anybody, like that's gonna be a problem, right? Because if you're not working on anything specific, you're not gonna get better. It's if you're trying to break through a wall and you just walk up to that wall and smack it with your head constantly every single day, like your head might get a little tougher over time and eventually, but it's gonna be super slow. Where if you're asking for like, coaching, I guess, exercising certain muscles of your body, like doing that, you'll get through that wall a lot faster than just smacking against it constantly. Um, but there's also some point where you need to actually put in the practice itself. Again, this isn't 30 games a day ranked or anywhere close to that. It is can I get 3 games consistently in a day? Can I get 5 games? If some people can maybe get 5 games, some people maybe can't. It's how can I do that consistently? And that's not. This Saturday I'm going to play 20 games. Sunday I'm going to play 20 games. Monday I'm going to play 2 games. Tuesday I'm not going to play. Wednesday I'm not going to play. Thursday I'm not going to play. Friday I'm not going to play. I'd much rather have 3 games every day or 4 or 5, whatever you can fit in. And that goes for everybody, because if 1 or 2 people are not putting in the effort and it shows, it just completely drains it from everybody else. Like going to work and you just see nobody working, you're not going to want to work yourselves. So hold each other accountable. Again, this isn't like if you miss a day of not playing ranked because you're just, work called you in like later than normal, so you like a 10 to 11 hour shift, you're just mega tired. Like I'm not going to get mad at that. Like nobody should get mad at that. But if I look at your profile at the end of the season and you've played just your 5 games of placements, like just the 1 account, that's it can get a little frustrating, especially me as a coach and all the other coaches. If we're VOD reviewing you, we don't expect you to be like perfect at the things the next day, but we expect an effort to be made. So it's not we're working on the exact same thing for the entire season because you never actually practice it outside. And again, I want to make it clear, I'm not being a drill sergeant and like you have to do this, you have to do that. It's how can you do it? Trying your best. That's all I ask for. And then this kind of leads into it is process as a team. Me as a coach, I don't coach to win. Like it sounds stupid. I'm not gonna like purposely throw your games, but I'm not gonna coach to get us like the cheapest win possible for our week 1, stage 1 game. I'm gonna coach so everybody enjoys themselves and gets better as a player over the entire season, not just how can we maybe sneak a win against this random team and then not really learn much from it. So that's going to mean is that there's going to be scrims and stuff where we're going to lose. And like, I'm not going to just give you guys these like, I don't know how to describe it, but like we're going to lose. And as long as we're losing productively, so we have a goal with something we've automated as a team, something we've automated individually, the goal is to get better. It's not to win. I'm not going to place you guys against, GM teams or anything. We're going to play against teams of equal skill, but getting tilted over maybe losing a scrim or 2 isn't going to get us anywhere, because any team can just go and scrim like silver and just roll every time, but they're not going to get any better. And any team can go and, I'm going to re-scrim up, right? They'll just scrim buff. So we'll scrim 4K. They'll just get stomped and they'll get tilted every day and they'll won't get better. That's also not helping. So making sure that they're just always keeping a good attitude, whether winning or losing. Yeah. So, I mean, this is that. Like, any questions for anybody on any sort of thing pertaining to that? I know it's kind of. I know it's not like you guys. Nobody here was like toxic during trials. Like, I'm not concerned with any of that. I just wanted to make sure everybody's on the same page. So I guess now I'll start another stream for it, but we'll talk about kind of the compositions as a team. So let me pull this up. Okay. So basically, what I've done is I'm only going to make you guys focus on one comp at a time. That's going to be ball comp. And first, I'll say why one comp at a time. It's because if we were to play a bunch of different things, it would be really hard for me as a coach and you guys as players to focus on one specific thing. When, for example, this is what we should do on Brawl, like Ryan Comp, right? If we play Ryan the first map, because we pick a Ryan map. Second map, we go to Gibraltar and we play Winston. Third map, we go to a Ball map and play Ball. And then we go back to a Ryan map. It's going to be really hard for us to focus back in onto playing like what we worked on. We're also going to get less like reps on it. And the other thing I wanted to do with ball comp is like, a lot of people say play to your strengths, and I don't really want to do that. Like if I want to play to your guys' strengths, we would probably play a lot of Brawl, right? QB, Beppo, Polar comes from a lot of Brawl team, and you're not really going to get that much better as a player if you just do the exact same things you've already done the entire time. Not saying you can't get better at it, but it's a lot more faster for us to play to something we're a little weaker at. I don't want to say it's our worst comp on paper, but we can learn like a lot faster from it because it's newer to most people. I also think Ball's like the most versatile. Like I'm not going to put you guys in the same exact 6 characters every single map. That would be a little cruel, but it gives us the most options where something else like maybe Double Shield is going to be really hard to run on some maps. Where a Ball, I think maybe 1 or 2 points in the game, but I think for the most part you can make it work. And also in the meta wise, I think it is pretty open in Overwatch 1 at least. But I think if I were to give like the best comp, I probably would say Ball. Any questions about Overwatch 2? I'm not really going to coach too much for Overwatch 2. Reason being, I don't know much about Overwatch 2. Kind of figured like Ball plays pretty similar, so Bebba can get some practice. Maybe Sigma as well.
Me and Noel have found that Junker Queen, Genji, and Sojourn is just really powerful.
Yeah, like I, can ask some people at like a higher level about what the meta is. I'm not too concerned with that. It's with the dev team saying that they're gonna make so many updates and stuff. We don't really know what the meta is gonna be in 3 months, right? When rank drops.
Course,
yeah. So I don't really know much about it. I recommend you guys play like Overwatch 2 if you have it. But we're not going to scrim it just because of that. I don't really know too much about it. I can't really help you guys. So, and a lot of people also don't have it on the team. So just playing it like the quick play or like some pugs or whatever, like just to get your mechanics better at it. That's great. But I don't think there's too much strategical stuff I can teach about the game. Anybody really can. So we're just gonna focus on Overwatch 1 for the time being. And then I kind of have separated everything into kind of everybody has like some heroes to work on. I don't want to have like everybody working on like everything because it's the same thing to like the conversation as a team. Where if you're playing 12 heroes, it's really hard to focus on one at a time. So I've kind of split it into Beppo, just Ball. I mean, he's the simplest.
Damn.
Juicer, you got the Sig, the Diva, a little bit of Zarya. Work on those. Jacob, Zen and Ana, your biggest with a little bit of BAP. QB, Brig, and Mercy generally. Train's going to be the Tracer, a little bit of Pharah. Some other things here and there, some Hanzo, maybe. Null being like the Echo, Pharah, and the Sombra if we play it. Polar being like the hit scans, little Tracer, little Hanzo. But
I see.
This will be kind of the more.
Who plays the Hog?
We'll be a little bit of Hog. We'll be a little bit of Hog for Tuesday.
Okay.
But this will be the boring part. I'll kind of go through each map, explain generally why I recommend that comp, just so we have somewhat of an idea going into it, into the map. Then we'll be done. So Ball, Legion Night Market. This is the one with like the Ryan Sim TP when that was pretty popular. Start with the Ball Sig. I don't really run Sigma off bat because I feel like Diva can't really do much to disrupt like a Ryan Sim TP sort of thing. You're just going to be spamming from a long way away, which Diva can't really do at all. Sigma, again, is a little awkward to do it, but I think if any character is going to put pressure out, it's going to be him. Pharah Tracer. I think we know like Pharah is really good at spamming up the brawl, taking angles, and displacing them when they run in. Tracer does a similar thing, I guess. And then running the Ana here, you can run Zen, but I think the anti-nade pressure is pretty good. You just want to fight off it. Plus, you're a little better solo, so if they swap like Brian Tracer, you can kind of fend for yourself a little better. Gardens, listen, this comp, you guys feel like you guys like running it from what I'm taking from you guys, but this kind of 6-man with ball, it's really
Chill,
tough to
man.
play. Yeah, I guarantee you guys are gonna lose off the bat to like normal 6-man. But I think if you guys really want to do get better at this, like I think you definitely can. Pretty close range map. 6-man's very strong, so ball 6-man's going to be fairly good. Basically, just playing in the exact same in the 6-man mirror, except you're a little better at maybe like displacing the Winston. I don't know too much about the comp. I'm not going to say too much. I'll kind of learn with you guys. In the control center, basically the exact same thing as Night Market, where we're just going to displace, like we're expecting a brawl comp in every team. I have Hog here. He can run Sig. I think Hog's pretty strong at kind of doing what Sig's doing. He kind of just flanks around himself, annoys the enemy Brian comp. If they want to run after him, they're going to kill, like, the far is going to get a lot of value. The ball's going to get a lot of value. Where if they ignore him, he lands a hook, he gets a kill. Lighthouse, really strong fire map, really good angle for her to play. Pretty standard the rest of it, and we'll go through in detail the rest of the maps. Well, I think Hog's really good. He obviously has the pressure he can put out with like hooking a tank into the hole. I think it's like a very good range for him. It's not too long. It's not too short. You definitely can swap D.Va here. I'm not saying it's Hog is like a must play. Far Tracer. The reason on BAP, I've been told by Pyro expecting BAP there's a lot of versatility to play if you want to kind of run away from the enemy. It's a very close range map as well, so it's not like Zen can permanently spam from far away. Ruins, same idea as Gardens. It's pretty fairly close range map, but it'll open as well. So 6-man's really good, like an impactful mega to play off of. So this comes fairly good on that map. Sanctuary, it's a little long range map, pretty flat as well. So you can run Ash here. I think Bullet's gonna want to play Soldier, but I think Soldier is a little better because of how flat it is. You kind of just run around. Downtown, a little bit. Maybe you can run this comp, but I'd probably just run this because it's not like extremely close like a Gardens is. So Sombra and the Zen can get a lot more value than on Gardens or Ruins. Mecha base, really similar comp to let's say Night Market, Goal Center. We're kind of just like trying to take angles around the brawl comp and not let them get to us. You probably can run Ash here. A little more vertical, so your coach gun, stuff like that can get value. Some better areas to play. Oasis, City Center, same idea, good angles. Gardens, so post range from Cass. This comp here, the BAP you want to play like Ana is going to be really hard because it's super close range. And I'm not going to say it's a vertical map, but like you can jump to the high ground to safety some of the time. So it's kind of like you can try Ana if you want. Pharah here. Again, we're kind of predicting the brawl comp in your team. We don't want to just get run over. So having a Pharah to output a lot of pressure into that is really strong. And then Tracer, I don't really like playing Tracer. You probably can get away with it. I think Soldier's kind of sitting on like that high ground, outputs a lot. And similar, he can just kind of like run around, annoy the brawl. If they want to chase after him, it's going to take them a while because he can sprint, obviously. For Tracer, I find you can just kind of ignore the Tracer and they're not going to do too much. Village, same idea with University. We're kind of just taking angles on them, spamming them out, not letting them get onto us, making it really annoying for them when they try to TP to point. If they're on ball comp as well, we probably just swap to whatever like Echo Tracer, D.Va, Brig Ana, Brig Bat, or Brig Zen. Shrine. I think really strong fire map. Any fun sport, kind of just test it out, see what you like. Can probably swap Echo for retake. Sanctum, it kind of gets a little wonky with hero pools here. But it is a pretty like fairly long range map, so the Sigma can get value. It's also a pretty good far map with the skybox being so high, along with some decent covering covers. Try and speed this up. Nubis can get a little wonky. I got Balzari here, and some characters like Zarya as an example. You will play more Zarya than just like this one map. So I think it's a good counter swap to certain things. But here I think we can just roll out Balzaria, take a little left room, look to bubble the ball, go really aggressive with him, have a Hanzo going on a different angle, etc. And then defense, another little wonky kind of not the best ball map, but we'll try and make it work. Ballery, so we played the last time with the Ash Fire Mercy Ana. Basically just trying to annoy them every single rotation. If they're on like a Ryan comp, it really rolls the Ryan comp. But if they're on like Monkey, for example, the Monkey can't really jump on too many things without the backline game blown up by the ball, dynamite, fire rockets, etc. Second point, it's also pretty good. You can't play on point though. You have to like push up and like fight in there's like that area before in between first and second you got to play off of. Make sure they can't rotate around there because your fire is just useless on like on top of point. Thing with like the Orisa and the ball. But it is pretty strong if you can play it. On Amura, you're just trying to kind of get around everybody, big angles, pretty standard here. Defense, similar to Temple Anubis, right? Every choke you're trying to like do a little roll through Pharah, Ash, like fire rockets with some Ash Dynamite. Give me an anti-nade as well. Volskaya.
One question about Hanamura.
Yeah.
Do you want me, Tracer, Polar Hanzo, just like Temple?
Yeah, I'm gonna flip that.
Okay.
All right. Volskaya, same thing as Hanamura, kind of the same idea. Everybody takes a different angle, right? Paul's Tracer, Soldier can maybe flank one way, Briggs can go one way with Eva. And then defense, I think this comp is fine. I mean, if we're playing against a certain opponent and we want to maybe swap Tracer for something if we're expecting like a Rhine, but a lot of teams do run like dive themselves, so Tracer's pretty good. Same idea. Hybrid, pretty sure it's going to be pretty similar. Very good echo map, pretty long range, signaling a value. Same idea with the defense, where we're having more of instead of the Ash instead. A little safer of a pick than an echo. Kings, obviously, a really brawl heavy map, so it's going to be like a tough one for us to play. It'll take some practice. But attack, we're just kind of like expecting a Rhine brawl, so we'll play like a Pharah. Again, Pharah is really good against brawl. Allows us to like spam the brawl because they're so grouped up. Defense, it's similar idea to like Temple, like the 2 CPs kind of sort of thing, where we're just not letting them rotate around chokes and stuff like that. Where Echo Stickies, Ash Dynamite, this should be Mercy, not Ana. Ike, same idea as before with Pharah. This is more like Hanamura, where we're kind of flanking around, having a Pharah play a different angle, all kind of engaged from different areas. The defense is going to be more like the other, point defenses. This, I think, the only point you can't play ball at all is Eichenwald third. So I've created this comp that is pretty trash, but I don't think we're just going to like mirror an enemy Rhine team and beat them if we never play it. So this is just kind of how can we. This is the one point where I do try and cheese a win. Not this. This isn't good Overwatch, but this is the only point you'll see this.
You gotta respect the J Silly.
Yeah, you gotta respect the Junkrat and like both thirty.
That's not cheese Overwatch. That's skillful Overwatch.
Yeah, I don't know why this is crossed out. Like these are crossed out.
I was about to say, is Reinhardt like the only non-cheese character in that comp to not be crossed out? Like,
No,
come
Reinhardt
on.
is
You're
he's
not
the
allowed to
only
do
cheese
those.
character.
Got it. So
Zarya,
just
they're
cross
too
me out.
dishonest.
So just cross me
Yeah.
out only. Got it.
They're too bad to be put in there.
Reinhardt's the only one that got. I see it. It's all right. All right, now. Thought we're not supposed to be toxic to each other, guys. You know.
Yeah.
Bully
Hollywood,
Beppo, I
I don't know
see.
about that one, Chief.
Hollywood, same idea. I mean, I don't want to. We'll learn like just we maps. Obviously, we're going to be trash at, and I'll kind of explain more the process after we look at each of the maps here. Finish up. Umbani, vertical map. Diva Echo gets a lot of value off it. I think Mercy's because Echo's so good on the map. I think Mercy's really good with her. She also don't need average kill on the Ana because you have like that mega health back to play off of. If you want to play, I mean, no, just play Tracer, full Tracer. But anything in defense, honestly, I'm just gonna throw Soldier in here.
Just want to throw it out there. You've got my name in Numbani defense, but Null's name in Numbani attack.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Should
Yeah,
probably
we're,
be Null.
we're,
we're in the
swapping you
switcheroo.
guys. Yeah, we're swapping you guys.
mid-map.
Yeah, after half in Numbani, you're swapping us out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone's gonna fake DC. Yeah.
I got you, man.
Yeah,
I'll-
actually,
Yeah,
no,
you guys
we're
are
gonna do-
brothers on the same internet connection. You guys both
Oh,
lag out
true.
simultaneously.
we just swap
True, true.
DCs.
Yeah.
Well, it should be Null Polar.
Now the attack's fucked up.
Yeah, no polar.
Look
Oh,
at the
whoops.
attack.
There we go.
There we go.
Alright.
All right, escort. A lot more sniper, some far under auto, weary vertical.
Ooh,
Cover
far.
that. Yeah, I'll cross down. Idea route, the long range from the city. Got the soldier. Same thing on defense, except the Ash. The soldier pick here on attack. You can kind of experiment with stuff. See, I'm not 100% sure on what to run there. Gibraltar, Ash really strong. For verticality, you can maybe play Echo here, but I think with hero pools, probably the best to run. Then you run like the two double sniper maps. Not double sniper, it's like the Hanzo Tracer. You can maybe run Widow here. It's kind of up to you. I feel like if you run Ash and you have like the one shield and stuff, a Widowmaker can kind of get a lot of value, especially on like first Junker Town and first and third of Nirvana. But any sniper kind of works here. And then run like Babset as well. A little better against say an enemy double shield. Instead of running a Brig, like Brig's not really going to peel anything there. But again, like these five are allowed to switch to whatever they want, whatever is best. We're just going to kind of learn what makes ball comp so good, and kind of help from there.
I see. Polar
you know-
wants to bully me. Understood.
I mean, I do. If you guys just like improve super quick and like, I have somewhat of an idea of what SR. If you guys start winning consistently at that SR, we can maybe move on from ball comp and maybe experiment with something else. But especially with Overwatch 2, like, I don't want to, give you guys a bunch of comps to play and then Overwatch 2 strikes and it's just all in the trash because it's completely different. But yeah, so basically, how I want to try doing VOD reviews and stuff this season as a team is I'll try something new. It could just be terrible and I'll do something else. But let's say we do a scrim and we really struggle on a certain point. Let's say we just really are bad at like Oasis. What I'll do is we'll look at Oasis and figure out stuff we can play on Oasis for next, or stuff we can do on Oasis for next time. Maybe it's the hero swap plus a little bit of like, where to position, use these cooldowns there, etc. And we just practice Oasis and we fix those issues, but we keep losing. So then new issues come up, like the next step issue. So we will practice that, and eventually, if things go well, we'll start winning it. And then if you guys can take these ideas, the concepts, say a hero swap, and you run that same matchup on Busan, what to do. If you're struggling because you're not holding close enough on Helios, you'll know what to do. And we'll kind of try it from there. So a little bit of mix of concepts, like concept stuff. But yeah, I mean, it'll make more sense when I do a VOD review. Tough to explain off the bat. But anybody have any questions, stuff they like really don't like, whether it's a comp or just overall ideas? It's this season. It's always okay to disagree with me as long as there's a reason to it. I don't want people just like blind following me. But yeah, 30 minutes. I mean, a lot quicker than I expected. A little boring, I know, but at least we don't have to do this again. Oh, the SR. Okay, for those who are here, who knows off bat what they are? Beppo, you're not
30,
first.
I'm
I
still the
peaked-
same thing.
This SR I peaked right now. Well, I've
What's the
dropped
current
a
SR?
lot. Current SR, I dropped a lot from one trick and balls, like 31 something at this point in time.
31. It's a 31.99.
Yeah, something like that, sure.
My current is the same, but my other rules are a little bit higher. Or my
Are they 3100?
No,
Okay.
they're like
Uh,
they're like gold.
Rain?
So
I'm checking right now. Mine
Okay.
has dropped
Jacob, what are you?
significantly.
I think I'm the same right now.
The exact same? Okay.
Give me 1 sec here. So okay, my current tank is 3334. My DPS is like 2600. I don't want to talk about it.
No, can you check my tank for me, Trey?
I've been limit testing.
don't worry, Train. You're
so
so
I-
this higher than my support.
So if you guys roll lock me, I would be
3034, right?
3034.
Yeah.
It's minus
So,
300, right?
What's it called? Polar. If you put me as
What
flex
SR am I
roller,
at,
right?
Train?
I think I'll be
I'll
like.
check yours.
No,
So I
right
think
here.
I
Hey.
have 20. 1 sec. I gotta check actually. Like.
You'll
what
lock
main
in
I
what
do.
your highest roll is if you do flex.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if I flex, I will lock in lower than my main roll for sure. But I need to check my. I gotta do the math.
I mean, if you're off
Your
those
flex should
higher-
still be the main roll. Like
Yeah.
if you looked in as flex, it would take the highest roll SR.
it would
If
take
your highest
you
roll
towards
is with the role you're playing, you'll be locked in flex anyway.
Never mind.
Well, okay, that's interesting because if there's a
So-
lot of spots, if we have a lot of SR space,
You
we
got
could just play me unlocked as well.
Also, Jacob, we wanted you to climb like 50 SR. That way we can have Apathy Ring if you can't make it. I mean, try. I know win more is pretty easier said than done.
Like, yeah. Can you
Have
play?
you ever tried winning, Jacob?
Yeah, just try winning. But yeah, I mean, this is the start of the season, so yeah, this season will be what you guys want to make of it. Like, if you put a lot of effort in, you try as hard as you can, like, it'll have a lot more fun as a team. We'll, win some games maybe, but at the end of the day, we'll enjoy ourselves a lot more if everybody's like really trying to and being a team player.
100% win rate on Joe Ballman.
Just
Joe
slowly,
Ballman.
That's a good
slowly transform into just the Joe Ballman.
I love how it was a
Yeah.
complete accident,
Okay.
and we're continuing with this actually as a comp too.
Beppo's
That's the
current
best
is 3122.
Yeah, it was just an accident. But,
part. I did not
This
hear.
Apple guy's
so far.
trash.
I know. Fucking dropped from
Oh,
3400 to 31. God.
Yo, I think
Alright,
I
so we
can
have a lot of
peek check
space.
him. Hold up.
Yeah, we have a ton of space, so I mean,
Wait, so okay, can you check me at if you turn mine into 3334? Oh, I can
So
play
we
unlocked.
could have your flex. Oh
On?
my god.
I'll go.
Man,
That's
if
after I
only
do placements,
If
so we'll
only
see
I
what
could be
happens.
if only my other SRs would unroll lock me, and I would
So-
Basically, that would make
I'm
it-
20. I'm
choose to ever miss it, we could have to
2391
train off
on
tank.
support.
so everybody, you can climb. Obviously, don't hit masters, but climb wherever you want. One let me know every time you go like up 50 SR.
How about
If you go down,
dropping?
doesn't really matter.
Okay, because I'm about to say that's gonna happen a lot for me.
I think I'll just wait until lock-ins. But
I'm deadlifting the team's SR by dropping to 2800 by aggressively playing ball. Right.
Basically, is what's
Yeah,
happened.
bro,
All right.
I'm down 400 SR learning
Okay.
Tracer, I'm not gonna lie.
Pyro,
Straight up.
every season since the first
Tracer
season
is
with
so
Spuds,
great.
I have thrown my
I'm
placements
so
to make the
shit.
teams work.
Whoa,
So this is
whoa,
normal.
Whoa,
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 whoa, whoa, whoa! Yeah, you're cut, buddy.
Losing ranked games and
On
knowing two
purpose?
different things.
Polar, you were one of the people to
Tranquility
tell me
Community?
second Spud season. All right.
So, hashtag
I can't condone
disciplinary
this. I'm
actions.
No,
definitely.
this is me.
It was actually
Hashtag
Yeti.
Disciplinary actions.
It was actually Yeti saying, "Don't throw, but throw your SR so you can play for the team."
You deserve to get banned.
But everybody's
Throw,
start
but don't.
playing.
I went 0-5 for my. freaking
Yeah, I'm
seasons
gonna
in a
just
row.
I'm just gonna keep on one tricking Souljourner with Rush too.
I'll join you
Sojourn
with Junker
fun.
Queen. Yeah, Junker Queen. Sojourn one tricks. Let's go.
That and Genji is fun.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
All right. So, any last questions? Stuff that you can stop with or anything?